Whitey Show.
The Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show.
I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own the 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star.
Last Remnant is a game where you pick it up and you're like, shit, they should have spent 2-3 more months fixing all the bugs and the problems. Not that I'm saying this is a rush game, it just has some technical problems that I believe could have been fixed. This generation, we haven't been getting too many RPGs. I mean, we've gotten a good amount right now. Eternal Sonata, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, and Infinite Undiscovery and more. And even Western RPGs is quite a few. So we have been getting a few lately, but every time one comes out, as an RPG fan, I need to look into it. Thankfully for you guys, I looked into it. So let's see if it's even worth renting, buying, or just skipping it, or stealing it from a friend.
I see them. 2 men. And a dark-haired little girl. What did you do to her?
This must be our cue.
The story's pretty well done, adding different stories all into one to link them. You have Rush's and Irina's story of rescuing his sister, which is well done by itself. Then you have the whole war story, you have the conqueror's story, you have the politician's story, and it's adding all one. And it never feels overbearing, it just feels kind of like it's good, and you're never really bored. But it's not outstanding. I'm not gonna remember the whole story in a few years or months even, but I will remember some of the scenes. What this game does is add some scenes that are kick-ass. I'm talking about above most RPG level scenes. I will show you parts of it in this review. So the voice acting also adds to the story because it's actually pretty well done, better than most RPGs these days. So the story is definitely good, just not outstanding. Voice acting's well done. So altogether, in my opinion, it's a pretty enjoyable story. The graphics altogether are fine. Actually, they're pretty good. The real issue is the pop-up issue, which seems to bother a lot of people. And basically, they can't do anything until they fix the goddamn engine Unreal. So we'll have to deal with it. But it's not game-breaking or anything, and the designs are pretty well done. I mean, that's your opinion. If you like them or not, that's up to you. I think they're well done. So altogether, the graphics are fine, and of course, in the cinemas, they really look good. And good in-game effects. So let's get back to that cinema, which I'm sure you were enjoying. Last Remnant's gameplay is actually pretty cool. First, let me get off to the world map. It's not some long walk 100 miles to get to a city bullshit. No, it's basically you teleport or transport there, whatever you want to use. Simple, you go to where you want and get shit done. To move on to the most important part of an RPG, a story. Simple, easy to use. Not to say there's no exploring. Yes, when you pick an actual place, you explore that level, find little secrets and so on. Especially on side missions, you go different routes you normally don't go. So there you go. There's exploring. Also, enemies are on screen as you saw, so they are skippable. I agree with you guys. I love that feature, so thank God. The actual gameplay, I'd love to talk about. But first I want to actually talk about the unions and how to make them. To make unions, it's basically this. You have a group of unions. One union can have up to 5 guys. There's a leader, and then there's 4 soldiers. Or you can have 2 leaders, 3 soldiers, or so on. Keep putting leaders. The problem with that is you need a leader for each union. So if you use all leaders for one party, bam, you only got one party, and that just doesn't work later on. So what you do is spread out leaders. Say like 1 leader there, 2 leaders on one team, 1 leader there, and 2 leaders on another. And then the rest are just common soldiers, which will help you in battle. So it really works out. And there's different formations, such as ones that help for actual sword battles, while the other formation helps with people who use axes, and another one for magic, and you get the idea. So the formation idea is pretty pretty damn good actually, and fun to, you know, mix and match different people in groups. There's just one slight problem. The actual battle system relies a lot on luck. This is a big major deduction from the actual score because luck sucks when you're fighting a fucking boss that can one hit kill one of your teams and you need to summon or revive a team and they just don't give you the option. Most times they do, but when they don't and you have to redo a battle for 22 minutes, yes, I counted, it sucks. I don't like that luck bullshit. Also, you don't get direct command of your unit. Not that this is a deduct for me, because I actually don't mind. But you basically pick a function, like all of them do combat arts, which are stronger normal attacks, or you can choose normal attacks or magic attacks, so on. But you don't actually pick each guy's attack. You pick as a union. So some people don't like that. I don't think it's bad. As the technical issues, there are a few, such as slowdowns and so on, but none are game-breaking, especially in a turn-based RPG. So I do deduct a little bit point, but nothing bad. Also, there could be long battles. I'm talking about like 25 minutes because of Cavalry Call. Creators of Last Remnant, take out Cavalry Call. People who play this game know what I'm talking about. We don't need 27-minute battles, and yes, I counted. But I still enjoyed the battle system. I think it uses a good enough strategy, and when luck is on your side, it's definitely fun. The enjoyment's easily the strongest part. With a lengthy story mode in itself, and side quests that measure up to longer than the actual story mode, and side bosses, you got plenty to do after the game or even before you want to finish the story mode. Also, there's challenge. It's a challenging RPG, and you will not have to grind. You will have to get half based on luck and half learn the strategy of beating a boss. It's pretty cool, but at the same time it can be frustrating. But in the end, the enjoyability is very high. The only real problems I have with the enjoyability is, though the side quests, and there's tons of them, and they have their own stories and everything, I wish they were voiced. Why? Because I think the voice acting is pretty well done. That's the only reason I'm taking off 1 point because of that, really. And the technical issues, I took off half a point. So that basically equals out to a 9 for the enjoyment, which is the best part of the game because there's tons to do. So in the end, either you liked what you saw or you didn't, but I say try Last Remnant out.
If you have not awakened by now, then you are no longer necessary.